Very pretty. It's very, oh, it looks like a pistachio nut or something right now. Weird things happen when you're filming. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a video for y'all today all about this palette right here. This is the Bad Habit Beauty Cult Mania palette. Super fun. So we're just gonna chat about this palette. We're gonna talk about the pricing, we'll look at the packaging, we'll look at some swatches, I'll talk to you guys about the formula of these shadows and how they are to work with, and give you my overall thoughts and impressions on this palette, and then I will also show you a tutorial on this look right here, which I super duper love. So yeah, let's get into it. And I do apologize, my neighbor is working on some kind of a project, so he's drilling on something. Not right this moment, but he has been. So if you hear like background noise, he's working on some kind of a project. I guess he's got to do what he's got to do, and this is when I can film. So don't mind any background noise that you might hear. Let's get into this palette. So this palette is $24. This is part of their Cult series, which is like their Luxe series. So $24, so it does have a higher price point, but it is supposed to be kind of a more luxe eyeshadow formula, luxe packaging, just a luxe sort of a palette. So here is the outside box. Really beautiful. They are all so pretty. So this one's kind of a deeper blue and black within the like ripped look. Again, it's that raised sort of a situation. The background is kind of a red, beautiful. And then the actual palette itself, again, super nice quality, nice and weighty. This is kind of raised in here, just beautiful attention to detail. It does have a nice mirror in here. So here is what the palette looks like. I love the color story in this one. It is so pretty. So this is a very warm palette. There are reds and coppers and kind of warm sort of chocolatey browns in here. There are fun duochrome shades, sparkly shades. So let me look at the little things. So it says there are 6 pressed powders. It says apply using a brush for best blendability. For a more intense payoff, use a dampened brush. And then there are the 4 powder the baked powders, and those, it says for maximum payoff and shine, apply using a finger. So there are some of those, and then there are some of those. So 6 of the, what did I just say? Pressed powders, and 4 of the baked powders over here. As far as true mattes, there are really only 3 true mattes, this one, and this one. The rest are either like, this one's not, it's kind of a satin, but a little bit, it's like a tiny bit metallic-y, shimmery. It's close to a satin though, so, but it's not a true matte. So just 3 true mattes, and then the rest are either shimmery and or sparkly or metallic or something like that. But just a warm toned, fiery sort of a color story in this one. So pretty. I wanted to show you it in comparison to some of the others. So on the bottom is the Cult Mania. On the top is the Cult Mystics. So nothing alike, totally different. This one over here is the Cult Mystere. So not really similar either, other than kind of like some of the browns. I mean, kind of close, but not super duper close, but just kind of wanted to show you in comparison. And then here are the other 2. So on the top is the Cult Mythos. I think Mythos. And then over here is the Cult Mayhem. So still different. I mean, yeah, you could kind of like try to find some similarities, but there's not like dupes or anything in there, but I just wanted you to get to see them side by side. So as far as color story goes, this one's my favorite, the new one. I love it. It's my favorite for sure as far as the color story goes. Okay, now for some swatches starting on the top left side of the palette. This is Madness, Somatic, Angst, Outrage, Delirium. Bottom row, this is Insomnia, Fever, Volatile, Hysteria, and Frenzy. Beautiful. I could just stare at these. Then as far as the formula goes on these shadows, so let's run through the different things happening in this palette. So first off, the mattes I think are really good. They're very pigmented. They're easy to work with. They're really, really nice matte shadows. So really like the mattes. The shimmery shades, there's some different things happening. So this one's more of kind of like a satin. It's very pretty. It's very, oh, look at that weird little line in there because of the wrinkle in my finger. Apparently I had my finger against something. Oh my goodness, it looks like a pistachio nut or something right now. Weird things happen when you're filming. So that one's kind of a satiny sort of a formula, very nice formula. These two right here are kind of a true metallic, that kind of melted metal metallic sort of a look. Very easy to work with, really nice. I think a setting spray is kind of optional with those. I still use them with a setting spray, but I don't think you necessarily have to. I would still tap off my brush with these shadows because they are soft. Then you've got a couple in here that are kind of more loosely packed shimmery shades, so I would definitely tap off your brush with those, definitely use a setting spray with those, but they are stunning. They're so pretty and light catching and just gorgeous. So they're not difficult to work with. You just have to do those two things. Definitely tap off your brush and use some kind of a setting spray or a mixing medium or a glitter glue, just something to kind of help hold them together, but they are so pretty once you get them on your eyes. And then these two right here are kind of they're more of a gritty shimmery shade, so they have a gritty kind of a texture to them, but again, they're beautiful. I would definitely tap off your brush with those, definitely use a setting spray with those, but when you do those things, I mean, they're gorgeous. This one is definitely a standout for me in the palette. I love that one, that duochrome. It's so pretty. So overall thoughts on the formula of these shadows, it's really just about doing some different tweaking based on which one you're using. So you might have to do some tweaking with each different shadow, but once you get them on your eyes, if you do the tweaking, they're beautiful. They're so pretty. So I think the formula is good. I think you just have to go into it knowing that you might have to change up your application technique a little bit, but when you do that, they're very workable and they end up being just beautiful on the eyes. So my overall thoughts and impressions on this palette, I love it. It's my favorite one of all of them, for sure. It's my favorite color story. I love this selection of colors. I love the like contrasting look of this shadow that's very red with this one that has that duochromy green shift to it. It just has this really cool artistic sort of a look when they're put together. So I love these shadows on the eyes. I think they're really beautiful. So yeah, I just love it. I love the color story. I love what they look like on the eyes. It's my favorite of all of them. I would definitely recommend it if you like these kind of shadows, if you like shimmery shadows, if you like duochromes, if you like this color situation, like the different colors in this palette, I think you would love it. It's really, really great. All right, guys, so those are my thoughts on the palette. So now we're gonna get to the tutorial. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer and set that. So to start with, there's really not a good transition shade for my skin tone. So I'm gonna get some of this one right here, very lightly on a fluffier brush. And I'm just gonna very lightly start applying this into my crease and transition area. And I'm gonna try to make this my crease color, but I'm just gonna go very light with it. It is so hard to know what I want to do because I want to play with all of these colors over here because they're all just amazing. I think I'm going to go with this one using a Chique eyeshadow something, very long, BQ something, something, something. So I'm getting this all over my brush. Oh, this color is called Outrage. And I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit of setting spray. And I'm just going to build this up on my lid. I love that this is more of a true red versus like a burgundy or an orangey sort of a color. It's really a red and it's beautiful. Ooh, and it's got this shimmer to it. It's very, very finely milled, but it's so pretty. I'm gonna take a flat concealer brush and get some of Hysteria. It's amazing. When I look at it from this way, it looks pinky. When I look at it in the mirror in front of me, it's green. It is so cool. Such a pretty color. It is a loosely packed shade, so I'm gonna tap off my brush. And I'm going to use some setting spray again. I'm just going to build this up on kind of the inner third of my lid. Wow, I love that so much. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get just a little bit of Madness on a little tiny crease brush. I'm just going to put this in my outer corner just for some depth and dimension. And then I'm going to go over that color with a little bit more of Outrage because I want it to be basically a deepened red, but I really want it to still be red. To add back more of that red, I'm using a Morphe M507 brush. Also kind of softly going over that line where that cool duochrome shade meets the red. Just kind of lightly blending, really barely touching. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of Hysteria with my finger. that's so pretty. Now I'm going to apply some liner and mascara to my upper lash line and upper lashes. I want to keep my liner kind of smoky and smudgy. So I'm going to use my Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil in Brown Eyed Girl and my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. So I'm going to apply those and I'll be right back. I also applied some concealer, powder, and bronzer. Okay, so now for my lower lash line, I really want to use this color in my look. So I'm going to get some of Delirium on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. Tap that off, spray it with some setting spray using a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. Did I already say that? There, I just said it. Okay, so I'm going to line my lower lash line with this. And then just because I'm obsessed with this shade, I'm going to get some of Hysteria. And I'm going to put some of this on the inner third of my lower lash line. Get some little hairs off of this brush. Okay, just tap some. My brush was still kind of wet, so just putting some of this on kind of the inner third of my lower lash line. And then for a last little pop, I'm going to get some of Frenzy on a pencil brush. Get some of that on there, tap it off. This is a shimmery shade again. And then I'm going to spray it with some setting spray and put this on the inner corners of my eyes, just for a little fun shimmery pop. And now I'm just going to apply some CoverGirl Clump Crusher to my lower lashes and finish up the rest of my makeup. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was, and let me know down below what you think about this palette. If you've picked it up yourself or if you've just looked at swatches online, what do you think about it? Which is your favorite palette from the Cult series? I would love to know that too. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!